Right then, in this video I've returned to Copenhagen and let's revisit the epic, weird, bizarre pull the rope lifts. But sadly a lot of these lifts have now gone abandoned. Let's take a look.
So sadly another great lift has been lost. This was Copenhagen's top attraction for lifts and it was absolutely amazing. I'm so glad I got to see it while it was still working, but sadly most likely health and safety will not allow it to run anymore because this thing was like nothing else. The most crazy external shaftless lift I've ever seen. So how this works is you pull the rope. So this is like old water lifts. You pull the rope because the rope travels with the lift. From inside the lift you can just pull it. You pull it one way to go up. I think you pull it opposite, so down goes up, up goes down. It's quite easy. Inside the lift you take it back to its neutral position to stop the lift. However, when you're outside the lift and need to stop it, it's slightly more confusing because this moves with the lift. That means the cable's now moving as the lift comes and you have to grab it to stop the cable moving to stop the lift. It's quite a weird design. Now, the thing that makes it even weirder than that, because lifts used to be like that before electricity. So if you think of the water-powered lifts from like pre-electricity, pre-1890, they all worked on the same mechanism. You pull the rope to move the lift, you pull it back to neutral to stop the lift, or if you're outside the lift, if the lift's moving, the rope's moving, then you just have to grab the rope to stop the rope, and that's how you stop it. That's how all lifts used to work before electricity. This is not a water lift, this is an electric lift. But I think that makes it even weirder, and the thing that health and safety most likely did not like about this, is that there is the inner door. Like, if you did not see it, I'm going to show you a video of this working, because if you don't see the video, you would not believe me. That is the inner door, and I literally mean that, and this is fucking weird, because that lift comes up. As the lift comes up, the inner door slots into it. So the lift leaves its inner door behind at that position as it goes down. As it goes up, it crashes into it. So, see the slot there? That's the slot where the inner door would go. So there's no inner door in the lift, it's now inner doorless. The lift moves up. As it goes up, it then goes bang and crashes into the inner door and then takes the inner door with it up to the top of the shaft. As it comes down, when it gets to that position, bang, the inner door gets left behind as the lift continues downwards. I'm now going to show you a video of that because that sounds so crazy. You probably won't believe me unless you actually see a video. So let's take a look at it.
And going in this lift is so scary. I mean, it is so grotty and so rusty. It looks like it just break down at any moment. And also notice the door suspended above the ground floor. This is the inner door of this lift. And as the lift goes up, it actually crashes into this inner door and takes it with it. That is so crazy. I've never seen anything quite like that. This lift is so scary. And as you go in this lift, it's actually quite dangerous. It's not designed for passengers whatsoever. Let's ride it! Then, in this building, there's also a second pull the rope lift, but sadly, this one is no longer working.
Here's the second one of the classics. Sadly, this one is also not working. This one's actually slightly simpler to use because there's a secondary rope to call the lift from the outside, so you're not having to grab onto a moving rope to stop it. So you've got a second rope to call it. Temporary out of order. I think that's permanently out of order. So, is it going to move or is that stuck? That sees that hasn't moved for ages.
So let's return back to 2016 where I took a ride in this lift. So then now we're going along to the next building, which has got two of these old pull the rope lifts in this courtyard. One of them has had buttons added, but this lift sadly I've never seen work, and it wasn't working this time either. Other lift is the one that's had modifications to it to make it suitable for passengers, but sadly, even though these modifications were good enough for 2016, it seems like they were not good enough for 2024, as this lift's now been turned into a dumbwaiter only. So I now go inside of the building and into the shop, where there is other end of the rope, and this other end of the rope goes the entire way down the building through holes in the ceiling and floors of each floor, so the rope could go down the interior of the building, so you can pull this rope to move the lift.
Does this still work after all that? Should I call it? No, you can't do it anymore. They've got a thing over so you can't do it. Oh, fuck. Stop trying. Right, it's like, oh, you can't do it. They've literally covered up the rope. Oh, that's a shame. The other way out now is to this way. Oh no. No, you can't do it. Oh, well, what a shame. That's dangerous though, because you did set the rope, then get in. Then no. I'm so tempted to go in, set the rope, shut the door, give myself a ride. If I did that, I'd get all the way to the top, and then what, I'd be stuck then. I wouldn't have a method of getting it back down again. Oh, for fuck's sake, I'd like to do that so badly. You literally could, you could set that rope, get in it, and it would start up, because it's that simple. But then I'd be stuck at the top with no method to get myself back down. Actually, the top floor's the roof. So that door's also locked. Those doors there, from when anyone could go in it, when I came like years ago, all the outer doors are locked to stop people from just getting in the lift and getting to a place. So right now, at lift's at the top. If I was in that lift, I couldn't get out, and I couldn't set it to go back down again, so I'd be stuck.
So let's have another flashback to 2016, where I ride this lift.
Does it stop itself?
So then, now we go to another building and to a lift I've not seen before, which was a poor rope lift, but it's been modernised. Sadly though, it's done waiter only, so I wasn't able to ride it. Fucking hell. No buttons. Wait, oh, they've added that. It's one of these ones that didn't used to have a roof originally. And they've added that on. You can barely stand up in that so low. Oh, it looks nice. Very nice, but you can't drive the fucking thing. What's that? No, that's nothing. Oh well, probably shouldn't stand. That probably doesn't have a governor. Hello, governor. It's got a passive governor. Oh, that's good enough. It used to be poor rope. Used to open that and there's a rope. But it's not poor rope anymore. Oh well. And now let's take a look at an interesting old goods lift. This one you can't drive it inside, I think. Can you? Ah, that's how you drive it inside, got a padlock on it. But that's the chassis, there's no roof on this lift. 2-to-1 cabling. Interesting curvy chassis. I like this one because it's unusual. Curvy chassis. Looks like Paternoster chassis. Looks like a Paternoster guide thing, but no, that's actually the chassis. It's inner doorless, double inner doorless, but sadly I can't make this move. But sadly the buttons inside of the lift are behind this lock cabinet. So once again, looks like we'll have to go back to 2016 where I managed to take a ride in it.